January 20th, third stimulus check update and trending news video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now. All right, now don't forget that my wife and I are helping 5 families with $400. That contest will end on February 1st. I will make sure to leave a link in the first comment below. I got to speak with one of the winners from last week, and it was just so incredible to speak with her and hear her story. So anyway, make sure to check that out. Today, I want to do a stimulus update, and then at the end, I'm going to answer a money question about whether the stock market is going to crash now that Joe Biden has become president. This is a question that I'm getting over and over again. I'm also getting asked based on other people doing YouTube videos, whether there's going to be some kind of real estate crash. So I will give my 2 cents at the end of this video. Well, today, Joe Biden became the 46th president of the United States. For some of the country, this was really great news. And for others, it was disappointing. He is expected to make many policy changes to align with his vision for the United States of America. This will involve undoing some of the Trump administration's previous actions and also putting into place new plans based on Joe Biden's vision for what he sees happening over the next 4 years. I made a video earlier today that covers what President Biden and his team plan to work on in the first 10 days. I'll make sure to put a link right here. Now, one of the top priorities for President Biden is the next stimulus package, as well as food assistance and helping those that are behind on rent, and also potentially some money for small businesses. In fact, we've been told that he will be working on that today, well, later today. So hopefully lots of good news will come out about the stimulus situation that I'll be able to share with you over the next few days. A new survey shows that 74% of Americans spent their $600 stimulus check within 1 week of receiving it, either on food, back rent, utilities, bills they were behind on, or to try to catch up on credit cards. I personally believe that number or percentage would have been higher, but there are still millions and millions of Americans that are still waiting for their $600 stimulus check. If you haven't received your $600 stimulus check, hang tight. I know that many have been told that their check would arrive on the 6th or the 10th, and now it's the 20th. But I will tell you that people in the community have been letting me know that they were told it would come on the 6th, and they received it either last night or first thing this morning. Now, many people are receiving a prepaid debit card. So if you receive one, just verify that it's legitimate, but do not throw it out. I know there are scams and people trying to defraud good people, but that is something that is happening, are those prepaid debit cards. As of right now, the biggest hangup with this new stimulus package appears to be the money allocated or proposed to be allocated to state and local government. Now, gratefully, that doesn't affect most of us here in the community, but many Republicans say that these states do not need large amounts of bailout money. Rather, they need to rebalance their budgets. Now, I'm not in Congress, so this is up for debate, but I'm just letting you know what I am reading in the news. There does not seem to be much pushback when it comes to the $1,400 stimulus check or the $400 federal weekly unemployment boost money, which was kind of a shocker to me because remember back in July, the idea of helping unemployed people was setting off alarms. So right now, that does not seem to be the area of pushback. It is money for state and local government being the biggest pushback. The soon-to-be sworn-in Secretary of Treasury, Janet Yellen, told Congress that as she sees it, the best way to help the economy would be to help assist small businesses in getting back on their feet and also helping those that are unemployed to get back to work and to get back on their feet. So these are the two areas that she sees as the biggest bang for the buck. So we may see some reconfiguration of the proposed stimulus package from Joe Biden's team, but I will let you know if that ends up happening. Yellen said she will be reviewing Joe Biden's stimulus proposal, but on the surface, in general, she agrees with the large $1.9 trillion package. She said she will urge President Biden to move swiftly, as a long delay may actually hurt the momentum in the economy right now and leave many in an even worse position. What she wants to do is avoid a slow economy or a longer recession. Now, remember that she was the head of the Federal Reserve under President Barack Obama. She said a few months back that her biggest regret was that she went too small in the Obama administration when it came to helping the economy recover after the Great Recession. And she does not want to go down that path again. So she does have experience of going through a rough economy. And she's saying her biggest regret was that she recommended too small. This time she's going to recommend going big to President Biden. Now, President Biden said in his first 100 days, he wants to see 100 million people get the vaccine. And he also wants to see schools and businesses reopen as quickly and as safely as possible. On President Trump's way out of office, he pardoned and commuted around 140 people. Many liked the pardons he gave, but expected more or for different people. Others hated the people that he pardoned. However, the record shows that he did far fewer pardons than many of the previous presidents that came before him. Now, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said he will be pushing to have President Trump impeached, even though President Trump is no longer the president, as he does not want him to run again for president in the future. President Biden acknowledged that President Trump kept the tradition of leaving him a letter on his desk on the way out. Biden said that the letter was meant to be private, so he will keep it private, but said that it was generous in its words. Now, this is my update for today. As I know more, I will share more. Make sure to check out the $2,000 giveaway my wife and I are doing. We're going to help 5 families with $400. I'll make sure to leave a link below. I've had many in the community ask me if the stock market will crash now that Joe Biden has taken office as the president of the United States. Or they are saying that they have seen many videos being made about the next housing crash or the next stock market crash. I want to point out that rarely does a stock market crash with the transition of one presidential administration to a new presidential administration. As of today, the stock market seems to be holding steady. Now, the stock market will shift with a new president. Biden is very interested in renewable energy. So that shift sometimes comes from a new focus or a new path forward. But Biden is very interested in renewable energy, making America green, electric vehicles, solar, and more. So you can expect companies whose business models fall into this silo or this focus to do well under a Biden administration. You might see some drop in oil companies or manufacturing, as a new administration will certainly make changes to sanctions, tariffs, and policy. So you'll want to definitely keep an eye on your stock portfolio, but I don't believe it's going to come crashing down tomorrow or by the weekend, okay? Typically, you will see a drop or from some kind of large-scale event. Some kind of bubble that has gotten out of control and burst, major shift in the economy, some kind of natural event, or some kind of crazy act of war or something like that. Again, these are usually unpredictable and catch people off guard, so it will be up to you to keep an eye on your individual stock portfolio. So the question in my mind isn't, will the stock market drop? Because we know it will, right? It always drops and it always comes back. So the question is, what are you going to do to prepare for when a stock market does come down in value, right? The last 10 years have seen incredible growth, but the stock market usually experiences double-digit drops about every 3 to 5 years. So we've been through an incredible bull run. We should see some kind of bear markets, but those usually will come back over time. You can look for safer options, like I describe in my best-selling book, Taming Wall Street. You can also focus your portfolio on dividend-paying stocks so that you can get some kind of quarterly payment, whether your stock rises or falls with the economy. You can also get out of the stock market altogether or look for safer options or options that you have more control over. Now, there is talk of market correction in the real estate space as real estate has continued to rise quickly even throughout the pandemic. So if you're looking to get into your first home, just keep an eye on the market value for real estate in your area. You may see it come down or you may see it continue to rise. What you don't want to do is buy at the top of the market, right? Now, when you do real estate, the money is made when you buy the property, not when you sell it. So make sure your numbers work out, whether you're doing a flip or a rental property. If the numbers don't work out from day one, then don't get in hoping they'll work out on day two, right? You have to go into a real estate deal knowing how you're going to make money. Now, I'll continue to update my community and share other interesting stock picks and other smart money tips over 2021. I hope this helped answer some of the questions that I'm getting over and over again in the community. As I wrap up, I wish to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.